So hello everyone, dako naman tayo sa TLE Majorship or the Technology and Livelihood Education sa Secondary Education. So sabi nila ito yung majorship na isa sa pinakamahirap. Bakit? Dahil meron na itong 10 branch or 10 what do you call that area. So number 1 is the electricity, electronics, plumbing, carpentry and masonry, drafting, cosmetology, entrepreneurship, business, math, and food. So, tip ko lang is, sa mga TLE major is, know the basics. Kasi, kapag alam mo na yung basic, ma-apply mo to sa lahat ng problem, gaano man kahirap. So, question number 1. If you are a licensed electrician, how are you going to state the formulas for the 3 equations of Ohm's law? So, yan. To answer this question, we will use the magic triangle. So, sa magic triangle, meron tayong dalawang lines. Horizontal line and then vertical line sa baba. So, tandaan nyo lagi na yung letter E nasa taas. Then, yung I tsaka R nasa baba kahit magkabaliktad yan. Then, tandaan nyo lagi na yung horizontal line, division yan. And then, yung vertical line, multiplication. So, paano yon? So, example, hinahanap natin yung letter E. So, takpan mo lang lagi yung letter E. So yan, so matitira si I tsaka si R. So anong gagawin para makuha yung E? Ibig sabihin, multiply si I tsaka si R. So E is equals to I times R. Then paano naman pag nawala yung I? Or yung current natin? So takpan si I, matitira si E and R. Between E and R merong horizontal line. So division yon. So I is equals to E divided by R. And then last, pag nawala naman si R, takpan mo yung R, titira yung E tsaka I, or E divided by I. So, R is equals to E divided by I. So, balik tayo sa question. So, sa question number 1, makikita nyo kagad is mali kagad yung letter A kasi E is equals to I times R. So, may tama lang dito is letter B. So, pag nakita nyo kagad na meron lang tama is yung E is equals to I times R letter B. Yun na kagad yung sagot. So, balik tayo sa questions. So, A, B, C, and D. So, kung makikita nyo, compare nyo yung formulas ng E. So, letter A, mali kagad kasi E is equals to I times R. Ang may tama lang is B. So, kung ganyan, malaki yung possibility na B talaga yung tamang sagot. Pero, check muna natin yung next. So, I is equals to E over R. Check. And then last, R is equals to E over I. So, answer is letter B. So, let's discuss the Ohm's law. So, ano ba yung Ohm's law? So, Ohm's law is a formula formulated by George Simon Ohm. Sabi niya that the amount of current in amperes is directly proportional to the voltage in volts but inversely proportional to resistance in ohms. So, itong formula na to, finormulate niya para makita yung relationship ng tatlong factors of electricity. So, ano ba yung tatlong factors of electricity? We have current, voltage, and resistance. So, pag sinabi natin current is the amount of the flow of electron. Current, flow of electrons, and then voltage naman, ito yung amount of pressure that pushes the electron to flow. Current, the flow of electrons, while voltage, the amount of pressure that pushes the current to flow. And then last is yung resistance. Resistance naman, ito yung opposition. Ito yung opposition na naglilimit, nagko-control, nagpapababa ng amount ng flow ng kuryente. So let's discuss the 3 factors of electricity. Ano ba tong current, ano ba tong voltage, ano ba tong resistance. So number 1, current. So current is the amount of flow of electron. Current, flow of electron. Then voltage is the amount of pressure that pushes the current to flow. Current, flow, voltage, pressure, or tinatawag natin siyang electromotive force. And then last is the resistance. Resistance, the amount of opposition that opposes, limits, controls, and reduces the amount of current. So, yun yung tatlong factors ng electricity. Then, bawat factors, meron niyang mga units. So, si current, ang unit ng measurement niya is ampere. Yung ampere, pinangalanan after ni Andre Marie Ampere, which is known for electromagnetism. While voltage, ang measurement ng unit niya is volt. Pinangalanan after ni Alessandro Volta na nag-invento ng battery. And then last, resistance, ang measurement niya is ohms. Pinangalanan after ni George Simon Ohm, yung nag-formulate ng Ohm's law. And then bawat ano din, bawat factor, meron din niyang symbol. Pag sinabing symbol, ito yung mga letters na ginagamit sa mga formula para makuha yung amount nito sa mga electrical problems. So, si current, ang symbol na ginagamit is I. Pag sinabing I, it means intensity. Gaano ba kalakas, gaano ba kahina yung flow ng kuryente. And then, voltage, pwede siyang E, pwede din siyang V. So, nakakalito yun, pero huwag tayo malito. E or V. Pag sinabing E, ibig sabihin EMF or electromotive force, and then V, voltage. And then last is the resistance. May symbol siya na R. So tandaan nyo lagi, iba yung unit, iba yung symbol. So tandaan nyo lang lagi yung unit tsaka yung symbol. At ito yung mga gamit nyo sa pag-solve ng formula. So unit and symbol, iba yung unit, iba yung symbol. Pag sinabing unit, ito yung mga after na mga suffix after na mga numbers. Example, 5 amperes. Pag sinabing amperes, ay yung unit. And then 6 volts, 7 ohms. Yung amperes, volts, and ohms, yun yung unit natin. And then yung symbol naman, yun yung mga letters na ginagamit natin sa formula. Okay, sample problem number 1 tayo. An EMF source of 6.0 is connected to a purely resistive lamp. A current of 2.0 amperes flows. What is the resistance of the lamp? So kapag nakakita kayo ng mga ganitong problem, tingnan nyo kagad kung ano yung hinahanap. Kung ano yung hinahanap, then ano yung given, ano yung formula, then compute, then makukuha nyo kagad yung answer. So sa problem na to, ang hinahanap is resistance. Ano yung given natin? Makita natin yung 6.0, may letter V, ibig sabihin volts yun. So meron tayong voltage is equals to 6.0 or E is equal to 6.0. And then, 2.0 amperes. Pag sinabing 2.0 amperes, yun yung amount ng current. Then yun yung given. So, formula ng resistance, R is equals to E over I. R is equals to E divided by I. So, R is equals to 6. Yun yung voltage. And then, 2.0, yun yung to 6. Yun yung voltage, and then 2.0, yun yung current. So, R is equals to 3.0 ohms. Yun yung answer natin. R is equals to, so step ulit natin, i-determine natin kung ano muna yung hinahanap sa problem, then ano yung given, ano yung gagamiting formula, computation, and then magkakaamp tayo sa final answer. So, sample number 2. A 9-volt battery supplies power to a cordless curling iron with a resistance of 18 ohms. How much current is flowing through the How much current is flowing through the curling iron? How much current? So, current yung hinahanap. So, current yung hinahanap, may given tayo na 9 volts. So, E is equals to 9 volts. And then, resistance na 18 ohms. And then, yun na. Nakuha na natin kung ano yung hinahanap, which is the current. May given tayo na voltage and resistance. Ano yung formula ng I? Or current. So, I is equals to E divided by R. So, I is equals to, ano yung voltage? 9 divided by 2 divided by 18 ohms. So, 9 divided by 18 ohms is equals to 0.5 amperes. So, yan. Number 1 topic sa electricity, mahalaga is the Ohm's law. So, tip ko lang is sumagot tayo ng maraming questions, ng mga sample problems. Pwedeng galing sa book, pwedeng galing sa internet, or kahit saang source pa. So, yan. Let's move on for the electronics. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng electricity tsaka electronics? So, pag sinabing electricity tsaka electronics, parehas lang naman silang nagdi-deal sa behavior ng electrons. Pero sa electricity, more on focus siya sa conductors and insulators. Pag sinabing conductors, these are the materials that allow the electrons to flow. Kabaliktaran niya yung insulator like wood, rubber, rock na hindi nag-aalaw ng electrons na mag-flow. Sa electronics naman, it deals more on the semiconductors. What are the semiconductors? Pag sinabi natin semiconductors, these are the materials that can serve as a good conductor or good insulator. Semiconductors, good conductor, or good insulator. Meron tayong 4 na common semiconductor or electronic components na i-discuss. Capacitor, resistor, transistor, and diode. Pag sinabing capacitor, ito yung electronic component na nag-i-store ng energy na kailangan sa circuit. Capacitor, store energy, while resistor, ito yung nag-o-oppose o nagko-control ng flow ng kuryente dahil meron siyang value ng resistance. Pag sinabi naman nating diode, it directs the flow of electron in one direction. So we have 4 common semiconductors or tinatawag nating electronic components. Meron silang mga basic functions. So number 1, capacitor, number 2, resistor, number 3, diode, and number 4, transistor. So, capacitor, ang function nito is to store energy. Capacitor, to store energy. Resistor, to control the current. Diode, to direct the current in one direction. And then last is the transistor or yung amplifier ng signal. So, paano nga ba natin de-decode yung mga colors sa resistor? So, pag-aralan natin yung resistor reading. So, sa resistor reading, meron tayong different colors na kailangan kabisaduhin. And then, yung different colors na to, merong mga specific number na equivalents. So, we have black, brown, red, yellow, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, white, gold, and silver. So, ito yung mnemonics natin para mas patandaan natin yung mga colors sa resistor color coding. So, meron tayong bad boy, rape one young girl, but Violeta gave willingly good service. Ulit, bad boy, rape one young girl, but Violeta gave willingly good service. So, si black, meron siyang 0. Si brown, 1. Red, 2. Orange, 3. Yellow, 4. Green, 5. Blue, 6. Violet, 7. Gray, 8. White, 9. And then, yung gold tsaka silver, ito yung color natin for tolerance. Pag sinabing tolerance, ito yung percentage na pwedeng itaas ng resistance or ibaba ng resistance sa isang resistor. So, paano nga ba magbasa? Sample. So, yan. So, sa problem natin kanina, merong 4 na kulay. Ibig sabihin yung resistor ni Ronron, 4-banded. Kasi meron ding 5-banded. So, dito naman tayo sa 4-banded. So merong brown, meron ding yellow, orange, and then gold. So, yan. So, sa 4-banded, yung first 2 color, nominal siya. Pag sinabing nominal, kung ano yung katumbas na number ng color, kokopyahin nyo lang. Nominal, kopya lang. So, brown, meron siyang 1. Yellow, meron siyang 4. And then, yung third, tinatawag nating multiplier. So, ibig sabihin siya yung exponent ng times 10. So, kung ano yung number, times 10, and then yung exponent, yung multiplier. So, 1, 4, or 14 times 10 raised to orange is number 3. So, 1, 4 times 10 raised to 3. And then, gold. So, pag sinabing gold, positive or negative, 5%. So, sa problem natin kanina, ang tinatanong lang is nominal resistance. So, ang sagot is letter A. Kasi yung positive and negative 10% sa silver yon. We have gold. So, positive and negative 5%. And the nominal resistance reading of our resistor is 14 times 10 raised to 3 with positive or negative 5%. So, yun lang yung tatandaan nyo kapag 4-banded lang siya. Yung first and second color, nominal lang, kopya kung anong katumbas na number ng color. Then, times 10. Then, gawin yung exponent, yung multiplier, or ano yung number na katumbas ng third color. And then, last is yung kung silver ba or gold yung tolerance natin. Pag gold, positive and negative 5% lagi. Pag silver, positive or negative 10%. So, meron tayo ditong 5-banded, which are the red, yellow, blue, orange, and then gold ulit yung tolerance. So, yan. Ang pinagkaiba lang nito, yung 5-banded, kung sa 4-banded, yung first and second yung nominal, sa 5-banded, yung first, second, and third yung nominal number. Or kokopyahin mo lang yung number na katumbas ng color. Example, tung red, meron siyang 2. Yung yellow, merong 4. Yung blue, 6. Ibig sabihin, 2, 4, 6 times 10 raised to, ano yung katumbas na number ng orange? 3. Ibig sabihin, 2, 4, 6 times 10 raised to 3. And then gold yung tolerance. Ano ba yung tolerance niya? Which is gold, positive and negative 5%. So, 2, 4, 6 times 10 raised to 3, positive or negative 5%. Yun yung resistance reading na tong resistor. So, yan. Next topic is the total resistance. So, nung board exam namin, may question, what is the total resistance of this diagram? Yan. So, kailangan computein yung total resistance ng diagram. Pero, nung board exam namin, may diagram pero walang value. Dapat kasi meron yung R is equals to blah blah, then R is equals to blah blah. So, paano mo kukumputin yan? Nung nag-research ako, ang nakuha kong value ng mga resistance dyan is yung resistance number 1 is equals to 50 ohms. Then resistance number 2 is equals to 100 ohms. So to get the resistance of a circuit with two resistors, you will use the formula RT is equals to product over sum. So R1 times R2 over R1 plus R2 equals R1 is equals to 50 times R2 100 over 50 plus 100. So 50 times 100 is equals to 5,000 divided by 150. Ang total resistance is equals to 33.33. So yan, if ever lumabas sa exam nyo to, ang hanapin yung sagot is 33.33. So discuss natin yung total resistance sa mga circuits. So first, paano makuha yung total resistance kapag series yung circuit? So paano nating malalaman kung series yung circuit? Kapag yung flow ng kuryente or ng circuit is iisa lang. Yan, paano malalaman natin isa? Kapag binura mo yung isa, putol na yung circuit. Ganun yung series. So sa series, ang gagawin mo lang para makuha mo yung total resistance is to add. So formula natin, RT is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Depende kung gaano pa kadami yung resistor na meron sa circuit. So example, sa circuit natin ito, meron tayong tatlo. Bigyan natin ng value ng 5, 8, and then 36. Ohms, ohms, ohms. So para makuha yung sa series, sabi ko, i-add lang natin. Our total is equals to R1, 5 ohms, plus, ilan yung R2? 8 ohms, plus R3, 36 ohms. Equals 5 plus 8, 13 plus 36, 49 ohms. Ganun lang yung pagkuha ng total resistance sa series. I-add nyo lang lahat. Next. Next is naman is yung sa parallel. Sa parallel, meron tayong iba't ibang formula. Kapag may two loads lang or two resistance pero different values ng ohms, ang formula natin is RT is equals to R1 times R2 over R1 plus R2. Yun yung ginawa ko kanina. And then, paano naman kapag yung parallel natin, merong 3 or more loads? 3 or more loads or resistor. Example. Yan. Pag sinabi nating parallel, yung load or resistor are connected side to side. Side to side. Yun yung connection ng parallel. So yan. So paano kunin yung total resistance kapag ganito? 3 or more loads. Meron tayong formula. RT is equals to 1 divided by 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Nagbigay tayo ng value dito. Meron tayong 2 ohms, 4 ohms, and then 6 ohms. So, R total is equals to 1 divided by 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6. So, RT is equals to 1 divided by, ano yung LCD ng 2, 4, 6? 12. 12 divided by 2 times 1 is equals to 6. Plus 12 divided by 4 times 1 is equals to 3. Plus 12 divided by 6 times 1 is equals to 2. So, RT is equals to 1 divided by 6 plus 3, 9 plus 11 plus 2 is equals to 11 over 12. Divide nyo, yun yung total resistance na itong parallel circuit na to. And then, so RT is equals to 1 divided by 0.9166. So 1 divided by 0.9166 is equals to 1.09 ohms. And then, ang tip lang, malalaman yung tama yung sagot nyo sa total resistance sa parallel kapag yung sagot nyo is mas mababa sa pinakamababang value ng resistance. So, ano ba yung pinakamababa dito? Meron tayong 2. So, 2 is greater than 1.09. So, tama yung total resistance natin. So, yan, I will give 2 examples of resistors and you will going to decode the resistor reading. So, 1 and 2. So, sa 1, meron tayong color natin. Tingnan nyo, orange, brown, black, and silver. Orange, brown, black, and silver. And then, number 2, meron tayong blue, red, green, black, and gold. So, I will give you 1 minute for this exercise. So, go. So, we're done with the electronics. So, move naman tayo sa drafting. So, sa drafting, tandaan lang natin yung tatlong types ng drawing, which are the freehand, mechanical, and orthographic. Pag sinabing freehand, use of paper and pencil only. Pag ginamitan mo na siya ng instrument like ruler, protractor, T-square, tatawagin natin siyang mechanical. And then kapag yung drawing, gusto mong ipakita yung views like front view, top view, and right side view, tatawagin natin siyang orthographic drawing. Freehand, paper, and pencil only. Mechanical, with the use of drawing instrument like ruler, protractor, T-square, triangle, or etc. And then orthographic, if you want to show the 3 views of the drawing like the top view, front view, and the right side view. Sa drafting, tanda lang natin yung basic drawing instruments. We have 5. Number 1 is the T-square. T-square, which is used to draw horizontal line. T-square, horizontal line. And then, T-square also, ginaguide na yung triangle. Pag sinabing triangle, ito naman yung ginagamit natin to draw vertical lines or yung mga oblique line or yung mga line na 30 degrees, 60 degrees, or 45 degrees. Horizontal line kapag T-square, pag vertical line or the oblique line, ginagamit natin is triangle. And then protractor. Pag sinabi yung protractor, aside sa mini-measure na yung mga angle, ginagamit din to para gumawa ng arcs or semicircle. Protractor, semicircle. And then next is yung French curve. Pag sinabing French curve, it is used to draw curved lines, except the irregular curves. French curve, curved line, except the irregular curves. And then next is the divider. Pag sinabing divider, kinukuha niya yung measurement ng line and then transfer sa ibang parts kung gusto mong i-replicate or doblehin yung line na magkasing parehas yung measurement. So yan, yun yung 5 drawing instruments natin. Drafting question. One of the best practice of a good draftsman is to never letter without. One of the best practice of a good draftsman is to never letter without A. Guidelines, B. Pencil, C. Paper, or D. Ink. Sa mga ganitong problem, makikita mo kagad na obvious yung sagot kasi paper, pencil, ink, parang given na siya na kailangan talaga. So, answer is letter A. Guidelines. Bakit? Sa drafting kasi, yung lettering is the most essential part ng drawing. Kailangan accurate, kailangan maayos, and then kailangan na mabasa talaga yung mga lettering. Then para mas maging maayos or maganda yung pagkakasulat ng lettering sa isang work ng isang draftsman. So yan, we have 2 different kind of guidelines. Vertical guidelines and then horizontal guidelines. Pag sinabing vertical guidelines, ito yung ginagamit para uniform yung mga vertical lines sa mga letters, especially mga capital letters. And then usually yung mga vertical lines is 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch yung vertical lines. And then next yung horizontal line. Meron tayong 4. So yan, meron tayong 4 types of horizontal guidelines. So sa uppermost, yung pinakamataas, yung tinatawag nating cap line. So cap line, nagtatouch lang ito yung mga capital letters or yung mga lowercase letter na merong stroke pataas na tinatawag nating ascender. Yung mga letters na may stroke pataas, tinatawag nating ascender. And then next, yung nasa gitna, or yung height ng mga lowercase letter, itinatawag nating waistline. cap line, waistline, and then next, kung saan nakatayo yung mga letters or yung pinaka-base nila is the baseline. And then last, may mga letters tayo like G, J, na merong stroke pababa, and then Y. May mga strokes sila pababa, tinatawag nating descender. Ang pinaka-guideline naman nila, tinatawag nating drop line. So, meron tayong cap line, waistline, baseline, and then drop line. Tawag dun sa stroke ng mga letters na may stroke pataas, ascender, and then yung mga may letters naman na may stroke pababa, tinatawag nating descender. Yan, we have three classifications of letters. Kapag yung letters may accented stroke siya, pag sinabi natin accented stroke, may makapal, may manipis, tinatawag nating Roman. Then kapag yung letters naman is meron siyang uniform thickness, tinatawag natin Gothic. Kapag accented, Roman. Kapag uniform thickness is yung Gothic. And then yung may mga letters tayo nakikita, like sa diploma natin, yung ginagamitan ng C or D speed ballpen, tinatawag nating text. We have Roman, Gothic, and text. Kapag uniform, Gothic. Kapag may thick and thin stroke, Roman. And then yung tulad sa diploma natin, like yung mga English text, tinatawag nating text. Then one of the important parts din ng drafting is yung alphabet of lines. So these are the lines na may iba't ibang gamit. So ginagamit to interpret the drawing. So we have different alphabet of lines. Number one is the visible line or the object line. So visible line or object line, ginagamit ito para ipakita yung visible edges ng bagay na ito-drawing. Pag visible line or object line, para ipakita yung visible edges ng drawing. And then next, hidden line or invisible line. Ito namang line na to, ginagamit kapag gusto mong ipakita yung mga side ng drawing na hindi nakikita mismo sa harap. Okay, hidden line or invisible line kapag gusto mong ipakita yung side ng drawing na hindi nakikita kapag nakaharap sa iyo yung object. Then third, center line. From the word itself, center line, para ipakita yung center ng object. Mostly ginagamit ito sa mga circle. Center lines to indicate the center of the object. So, fourth is the extension line. Pag sinabing extension line, ito yung parang manipis na line na extended na ini-indicate nito kung hanggang saan lang yung susukati ng tinatawag nating dimension line. So, dimension line tawag dun sa dalawang arrow na may number sa gitna. Yung number sa gitna is yung measurement. So, extension line, yung parang naka-extend na dalawang or manipis na line, and then dimension line naman, yun yung may dalawang arrow na may measurement sa gitna. So, next is the leader line. Pag sinabing leader line, ito yung broken line na may arrow sa dulo. So, leader line is used to indicate the label, the name, or the measurement of a particular part ng drawing na object. So, next is carpentry. So, pag sinabi naman natin carpentry, it is the art of cutting, framing, and joining of woods. Ibig sabihin, lahat sa carpentry, focus siya sa woods. So, ano ba yung wood? Pag tinanong sa board exam, what is the oldest material used in construction or building? Ang sasagot nyo is wood. So, pinaka-evidence natin dito is yung barko ni Noah. So, oldest material is yung wood. So, carpentry question. Wood cut into lumbers. As a student in carpentry, what part of lumbers show the center part of the tree? Ano daw yung nasa gitna ng tree? So, ano ba yung, okay, parts of wood. So, kapag may nakita kayong puno na putol, makikita nyo, parang pansin nyo, meron parang tuldok sa gitna or something na pinaka-dark sa gitna. Tawag doon is the plinth. P-L-I-T-H. Plinth. And then, from the plinth, may portion sa gitna na medyo dark. Yun yung tinatawag nating heartwood. And then, next to heartwood, naging light na yung portion. Tawag naman doon is the sapwood. And then, yung covering ng tree or yung balat ng tree, tinatawag nating bark. Then between bark and the sapwood, meron tayong tinatawag na cambium layer. And then sa tree, nakita nyo parang may mga rings. Ayun yung mga tinatawag na growth rings or annual growth rings. Ibig sabihin, yung annual growth rings ay yung basis kung ilang taon na ba yung puno. Annual growth rings, basis kung ilang taon na ba yung puno. So, sagot natin sa question is letter
Isang linggo ka na dito?
D. Plinth. So, next question. A carpenter bought 10 pieces of a 2 by 4 by 6 lumber. If the price of a lumber is 50 pesos per board feet, how much he will pay? So yan, another topic for carpentry is the board foot or board feet. Paano nga
Pero
ba
nung-
makuha yung board foot? So, the formula
Umalis ka
for the
na.
board foot is the length times width
Saan ka ba nalipat
times
nung galing ka
thickness
MS?
divided by 12. Board foot or board feet is equals to length times width times thickness divided by 12. So, sa problem natin, meron tayong 2 times 4 times 6. So, 2 times 4 times 6 is equals to 48. Divided by 12, 48 divided by 12 is equals to 4. So, meron tayong 4 board foot. Then, times 50 pesos per board foot is equals to 4 times 50 is equals to 200. And then, 10 pieces yung binili niya. So, 200 times 10 pieces is equals to 2,000 pesos. So, letter B yung answer natin. So, yan, tandaan nyo lang lagi yung formula ng board foot or board feet. Board feet is equals to length times width times thickness, hindi height. Length times width times thickness divided by 12. So, last topic natin for carpentry is the joinery. Pag sinabing joinery, it is the art of making joints. Ano ba yung joints or wood joints? It is the combination of 2 or more joints. Pag tinanong sa board exam, what is the wood joint used for making cabinets? Cabinets. Pag sinabing cabinets, dado. Kapag sinabi namang drawers, rabbet. Cabinets, dado, drawer, rabbets. And then pag sinabi namang frames, pag sinabing frames, milter joint. Kasi yung milter joint ay yung may 45 degrees na cut. Kasi pag 45 degrees na cut meron tayo sa frame, mas maganda siyang tignan. Pag tinanong sa board exam, ano yung oldest, strongest, durable, and then rigid type of wood joint? Ang isasagot nyo is mortise and tenon. Saan ba ginagamit yung mortise and tenon? Sa mga tables and chairs. And then, kung mortise and tenon is the strongest, rigid, and most durable types of wood joint, ano naman yung weakest and simplest type of wood joint? Ang isasagot nyo naman is yung butt joint. Weakest and then the simplest butt joint. Kasi ginagamitan lang siya ng pako o screw. Pako or screw yung butt joint. Then, next sa masonry. Sa masonry naman, ang kadalasang tinatanong is yung mga masonry materials. So, pag tinanong sa board exam, anong masonry materials yung ginagamit na gawa sa clay or baked clay? Ang sagot nyo is bricks. Baked clay, bricks. And then, pag tinanong, anong tawag dun sa arrangement ng bricks na pinapakita yung mahabang side ng bricks? Ang sagot nyo is stretcher. Mahabang side, stretcher. Kapag yung maikling side naman, ang sagot nyo is header. Mahabang side, stretcher. Pag maikling side, header. Baked clay, bricks. Then kapag tinanong sa board exam, what is the widely used or commonly used masonry material? Ang sasagot nyo is CHB or yung concrete hollow blocks. Kasi ang totoong pangalan ng concrete hollow blocks dati is CMU. What is CMU? Ibig sabihin ng CMU, Common Masonry Unit. What is the Common Masonry Unit? Yun yung CHB or concrete hollow blocks na widely used or commonly used masonry material. And then, question in masonry. A mason wants to lay concrete hollow blocks in a 10 square meter wall. How many CHB are needed? How many CHB are needed? Ang pinaka-standard natin dito is 1 square meter is equals to 12.5 pieces of concrete hollow blocks. 1 square meter is equals to 12.5 pieces of hollow blocks. Since sa problem, meron tayong 10 square meter wall, so 10 times 12.5 pieces is equals to letter C, 125 pieces. So yun, CHB is equals to 1 square meter equals to 12.5 pieces of hollow blocks. So next question. What class of concrete mixture consists of 1 bag of cement, 2.5 cubic feet of sand, and 5 cubic feet gravel, or 1:2.5:5? So discuss natin yung concrete mixture proportion. So sa mixture proportion ng concrete, meron tayong 4 classifications or class. Class AA, Class A, Class B, and then Class C. And then on the second to third column, lagay nyo yung cement, sand, and gravel. So cement, laging may 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Bawat class merong one sack, one sack, one sack, one sack. And then, diretso muna kayo sa gravel. So, sa gravel, start sa number 3, 4, then 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, para makuha nyo yung sand, divide nyo lang sa 2 yung nasa gravel. So, 3 divided by 2 equals 1.5. 4 divided by 2 is equals to 2. 5 divided by 2 is equals to 2.5. And then, 6 divided by 2 is equals to 3. So, sa problem natin, meron tayong 1 is to 2.5 is to 5. Ang class nga is letter C. So, next natin is cosmetology. When we say cosmetology, it came from the Greek word cosmetikos. Cosmetikos means beautifying, or in short, cosmetology is the study and application of any beauty treatment. Sa cosmetology, mag-focus tayo sa 3 parts ng ating katawan na kailangan talaga nating ayusin. So, number 1 is the nail, number 2, hair, and then last is the skin, specifically sa face natin. Sa nail care, kailangan natin pag-aralan yung parts ng nail. So, ano-ano ba yung mga common parts ng nail? So, ano ba yung ginugupit natin gamit yung nail cutter or yung mahaba sa kuko natin? Tawag natin dito is free edge. Then, free edge yung ginugupit nga. And then, yung pinakamalaking part ng nail na nahawakan natin is the nail plate. Under ng nail plate, yung pinapatungan ng nail plate is yung nail bed. Nail bed, nail plate, and then free edge. And then pag yung sa board exam, ano yung part ng nail na medyo kulay puti sa pinakababa na hugis, parang half moon? Ang sagot natin is lunula. And then next, pag tinanong sa board exam, ano yung only part ng nail na living or living part ng nail? Ang sasagot natin is yung matrix. Meron tayong free edge, nail plate, nail bed, matrix, and then lunula. Okay, question. Miss Sarah will attend a pageant event, but she has short nails. What nail shape is best for her? So, meron lang tayong ilan common na nail shape. Number 1 is yung almond. Number 2, oval, square, mountain peak, round, or roundly square. So, sa mga gantong questions, tingnan nyo kung ano yung condition ng nail niya. Sabi, short nail. So, it's either, sagot nyo is oval or almond. Minsan kasi, may mga questions na hindi lumalabas yung almond, kundi oval lang. Kasi yung oval is the, sabihin na natin, ideal and then most perfect shape of nail sa lahat ng types ng nail or shape ng nail, and then kung gaano man kahaba or kaikli yung fingers natin. So, almond or oval for short nail. And then yung almond naman, applicable siya sa lahat. Then under pa rin ng nail care, kailangan yung kabisaduhin yung procedure ng manicure and pedicure. Yung manicure, meron siyang 2 part. Preparation, then completion. Sa preparation, gugupitin yung kuko nyo and then lilinisin lang. And then sa completion naman, doon na yung application ng nail polish. Question for the facial care. Miss Catriona Gray will attend a pageant event. Which of the following makeup does she need? A. Evening makeup. B. Day makeup. C. Theatrical or fantasy makeup. Or D, photographic makeup. So, answer natin ito is letter A, evening makeup. Bakit? So, evening makeup, ito yung type ng makeup na heavy makeup. Bakit? Kailangan yung makeup na to para sa mga event na masyadong matagal. Kaya, heavy makeup yung kailangan. Lalo sa mga event na medyo madidilim or gabi ginaganap, like pageant event. And then next, day makeup. Itong day makeup naman, tinatawag siyang ordinary makeup. Ito yung type ng makeup na simple and light lang. So, pwede siya or applicable siya sa lahat ng kahit ano pang suotin mo sa pang-araw-araw, especially sa mga formal or office suits. And then, yung theatrical makeup naman, ito yung mga tulad tinatawag nating prosthetics. So, may mga nilalagay tayo sa mukha or may nilalagay sa mukha ng character para mas maging effective yung pagpe-play niya ng character sa mga role na ginagampanan niya. And then, last is yung photographic makeup. And then, itong photographic makeup na to, ina-apply siya sa mukha para mas mukha kang maayos sa picture. From the world, it's a photographic. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ng photographic makeup para mas mukha kang, para mas maganda yung kalalabasan ng picture, like sa graduation, baptismal, wedding, or any event na pipicturan ka. So yan, tandaan na lang natin yung 4 types of makeup. Meron tayong day makeup, which is the simple or light makeup lang, or tinatawag natin ordinary makeup. And then yung evening makeup, which is the heavy makeup, kailangan sa mga madidilim or panggabing mga event. And then yung photographic for picture taking. And then last is yung theatrical or fantasy or tinatawag natin scene makeup. And then sa hair care naman, kaya tandaan nyo yung dalawang parts ng hair, which are the hair root and then hair shaft. Pag sinabing hair root, ayun yung nasa pinakailalim. Siyempre, root nga. Meron bang root na nasa taas. And then shaft, ayun yung mahaba or yung extension na nakita natin black. And then yung hair is gawa sa protein na tinatawag natin keratin. Yung keratin made up of CHON and then S. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and then sulfur. Then, tandaan din natin yung tatlong hairstyle. These are the commons. Number 1 is the petal. Kung sinabing petal, ito yung type ng hair sa mga babae na tetale and then parang may pa-petal effect sa taas. And then next is the brush up. Kung sinabing brush up, ito yung pinakamalinis or pinakasimple. Ang gagawin, kukumpul lang yung buhok and then tatali ng kahit anong pantali. Brush up. And then last is yung chignon or whatever kung paano to bigkasin. Pag sinabing chignon, ito yung parang yung buhok nyo is kukumpul nyo sa likod and then parang magbubuka ng parang corona or bilog or parang bun. Then mas mukha siyang malinis. Yun yung chignon. So yeah, next is plumbing. So when we say plumbing, it is the art of installing pipes, fixtures, and any equipment needed to supply or discharge waste inside the building. Meron kasing dalawang objective yung plumbing. Number 1 is to supply water. Number 2, pag nagamit na yung water, syempre madumi na siya, is to dispose the waste. So yung plumbing system, mahahati siya sa tatlo. Number 1 is the water supply system. Number 2 is the drain system or the drainage system. And then number 3 is the vent system. So yung water supply system, ang function nito is from the water reservoir or any source of water, tutulak niya yung tubig, dadaan sa mga water mains. Pag sinabing water mains, ito yung pipe na nasa ilalim ng lupa. And then from the water mains, may pipe na nagko-connect. From the water mains hanggang sa bahay nyo, tawag dun is, or sa metro ng tubig sa bahay nyo, tawag dun is house service. Water mains, house service. And then papasok na yung tubig sa bahay, magsusupply sa lahat ng tinatawag nating fixtures. Then yung function naman ng drainage system is to carry out or to dispose the waste from the fixture. Siyempre, pag ginamit natin yung tubig, like pag nagugas tayo ng plato, nag-flush tayo ng toilet, may mga waste yun na kapag di natin kailangan or kailangan ma-wash out talaga. So, from the fixtures like lababo or sink or toilet, dadaan yung mga waste sa tinatawag natin mga drain pipes. Then from the drain pipes, itutulak na yung waste papunta sa mga septic tank or any sewage system na meron tayo. So sa vent system naman, after natin ma-dispose yung mga waste papunta sa mga septic tanks, syempre di may iwasang mag-produce ito ng mga gases na hindi kaaya-aya sa pangamoy. So kailangan ang function ng vent system is malabas itong mga gases na to. Kasi kapag di siya nalabas, papasok siya sa kwarto natin and then maaaring mag-cause ito ng mga sakit or maapektuhan yung kalusugan natin. Then sa plumbing din, tandaan nyo lagi yung schedule. Pag sinabing schedule, ito yung kapal ng pipes. So para natin makukuha yung pipes, may formula tayo, outside diameter minus inside diameter. Meron tayong common schedule like schedule 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. And then yung pinakamalaki is the schedule 120 or tinatawag nating XHY or extra heavy. Then tandaan din natin lagi yung tinatawag natin mga fittings. Pag sinabing mga fittings, ito yung mga item na nagko-connect ng mga pipes or nagko-complete ng plumbing system. Meron tayong mnemonic dyan. May mnemonic tayo na W-turn. Pag sinabing W-turn, W stands for Y fitting. E for elbow fitting, T for trap, U for union, R for reducer, and then N for nipple. Tandaan natin yung W-turn, Y, elbow, trap, union, reducer, and then yung nipple. Yun yung pinaka-common fitting na ginagamit natin sa plumbing. And then kapag tinanong sa board exam, anong tawag dun sa vault or receptacle na nag-receive ng lahat ng waste natin mula sa bahay? Ang sagot natin is septic tank. So yan, meron tayong tatlong parts or dalawang substance na makita sa septic tank. Kapag tinanong, ano yung tawag dun sa mga substance na lumulutang-lutang? Ang sagot nyo is scum. Lumulutang-lutang is yung scum. And then kapag yung scum, dumaan siya sa sedimentation or tinatawag nating anaerobic sedimentation, lalapot na siya or madudulog na siya. Ang tawag naman sa material nandun sa pinaka-bottom part ng septic tank, tinatawag nating sludge. Yung scum, yung lumulutang, and then yung mga malapot-lapot or yung mga durog na part or na scum, tinatawag nating sludge. So, doon naman tayo sa food. Sa food, tandaan nyo lagi yung nutrients. So, dalawa yung classification ng nutrients natin, which are the macronutrients and then micronutrients. Sa macro, doon yung carbohydrates, protein, and then yung fats. So, tinatawag itong mga caloric nutrients. Sa board exam kasi may mga problem din na papakompute sa'yo yung calorie. Ibibigay silang amount ng carbohydrates, amount ng protein, and then amount ng fats. Kapag ganon, yung carbohydrates per milligram times nyo lang sa 4. Yung protein times nyo lang din sa 4, and then yung fats times nyo lang din sa 9. Then kapag na-multiply nyo na siya from milligram times 4 times 4 and then times 9, and then add nyo lang, makuha nyo yung total calorie nung food na sinabi sa situation. Pag tinanong sa board exam, anong tawag dun sa condition na kulang ka sa carbohydrates? Ang sagot nyo is marasmus. Pag kulang ka naman sa protein, ang sagot nyo is kwashiorkor. So yan, punta naman tayo dun sa micronutrients. Sa micronutrients, meron lang tayong dalawa dyan, vitamins and mineral. Focus tayo sa vitamins. Sa vitamins, meron tayong dalawang classification din, the water-soluble and then the fat-soluble vitamins. Sa water-soluble, nandun yung vitamin B, then vitamin C. Pag tinanong sa board exam, under ng food, anong tawag sa condition ng tao kapag kulang siya sa vitamin B1 or thiamine? Ang sagot nyo is beriberi. And kapag yung tao naman daw kulang sa vitamin C, ang sagot nyo is scurvy. Kulang sa vitamin B1 or thiamine, sagot nyo is beriberi. Kapag kulang sa vitamin C, scurvy. And then dun sa fat-soluble naman na vitamins, meron tayong mnemonic na vitamins ADEK. Ibig sabihin, itong mga vitamins A, D, E, and K ay may epekto lang siya sa katawan kapag napartneran ng fats or any lipid substance. So, second to the last area of TLE is the entrepreneurship. And then, under entrepreneurship, tandaan yung lagi yung characteristics ng isang entrepreneur. Kapag yung sa board exam, anong tawag sa characteristics ng entrepreneur kapag yung mga dream niya or wishes niya ay binigyan niya ng action? Sagot nyo is ambition. Kapag ang isang entrepreneur naman is positive thinker or enthusiastic, sagot nyo is meron siyang enthusiasm. Kapag ano naman siya, persistent, kahit ano pang risk or problemang may encounter niya, ang sagot nyo is persevere. And then kapag si entrepreneur naman, kaya niyang mag-cope in any changes, like sa schedules or any effects sa kapaligiran, ang tawag nyo is siya ay isang adaptive. And then last, yung pinaka-the best characteristics ng isang entrepreneur, yung kaya niyang gumawa ng bagong bagay or service out of something na ordinary or common lang para ma-provide yung pangangailangan ng community. Ang characteristic na yun, tinatawag nating innovative. Then next topic is the business forms. Meron tayong 4 na common business form. Kapag ang business ay pagmamayari lang ng isa and then lahat ng kinikita is pupunta lang din sa kanya, ang tawag is sole proprietorship. Kapag yung business naman is merong dalawa or 2 individual na magka-partner from the word itself, 2 means ang tawag sa business na yun is partnership. Anong tawag dun sa agreement or formal business agreement na pinipirmahan ng dalawang tao? Ang isasagot niya is articles of co-partnership. And then kapag ang business naman ay pagmamayari and then minamanage or ino-operate ng certain group of people para sa kanilang benefits din, ang tawag natin dun is cooperative. And then last form of business is the corporation. Pag sinabing corporation, it is a type of business which is bounded by the law as a single entity. Single entity, but the minimum requirement or minimum number of members na kailangan para mabuo ang isang corporation is 5 members. Tawag sa mga members na yun is the shareholders. Bakit? Meron tayong tinatawag na shares. Ito yung part na binibigay nila para sabihin or i-determine yung percentage sa pagmamayari nila sa isang kumpanya. Ang tawag naman dun kapag nagka-earn na yung corporation and then may part yung mga shareholders, ang tawag doon is the dividend. Okay, doon naman tayo sa last area of TLE, which is the basic math or bookkeeping or tinatawag nilang basic accounting. So sa under ng area na ito, tandaan nyo lang lagi yung 5 basic financial accounts or financial statements, which are the asset, liabilities, revenue, expenses, and then capital. Pag sinabing asset, ito yung cash, property, or any equipment na pagmamayari ng company na may economic value. Pag sinabi namang liability, ito yung obligation ng company sa iba pang firm or group. or in short, yung utang ng kumpanya nyo. And then yung revenue naman, ito yung income or benefits na natatanggap ng company nyo gamit yung mga resources na meron kayo. And then expenses, syempre, from the word itself, expenses, ito yung mga ginagastos natin. And then last is yung capital, ito yung any equipment or part ng income na may claim yung owner. And then sa basic math, tandaan nyo din lagi yung 4 basic financial statement, which are the income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flow, and then statement of owner's equity. Pag sinabing income statement, andun lagi yung revenue and then expenses. Revenue and then expenses. So sa income statement, makikita dito kung may kita ba yung company. Kapag may kita, meron tinatawag tayong net income. Kapag lugi naman yung company, tawag naman natin is net loss. So yung income, kapag di pa siya nababawasan, tinatawag din natin siyang gross income. Kapag nabawas na yung expenses sa gross income, kapag mataas, net income, kapag negative naman, net loss. Then yan, sa balance sheet naman, tandaan nyo lagi yung keywords. Nandun lagi yung asset, liabilities, and capital. Balance sheet, asset, liabilities, and capital. Unlike sa income statement, andun yung revenue and then expenses. And so, under ng balance sheet, kapag tiyan sa board exam, ano yung accounting equation? So, accounting equation natin is asset is equals to liabilities plus capital. Asset is equals to liabilities plus capital. And then sa statement of owner's equity, makikita lang dito kung meron bang changes sa value ng owner's equity annually or kaya monthly. And then yun sa statement of cash flow naman, nandito yung mga details sa mga resibo or any payments na meron yung company nyo. So makita dito kung tumataas ba yung value ng cash na meron kayo, kaya bumababa. So sa statement of cash flow. So yan, we're done with the TLE majorship. So napapansin nyo is piling-pili lang yung mga topics, and then itong mga topics na to is yung frequently na nabasa natin sa internet or any post sa mga review groups. So if you want more lessons or any topics na matutunan nyo pa, lalo sa mga part na mahihina kayo, or di nyo pa talaga alam, wala pa kayong idea, try to attend lectures sa CBRC.
Hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, please let us know in the comments section below.